Do you have any idea what you are bringing into your home under the guise of generosity? You think that when someone hands you a gift, you are receiving a blessing. You think that because it was free, you have gained something. You are being spiritually retarded and economically blind. You are opening your front door to a Trojan horse, and then you wonder why your bank account is suddenly leaking, why your business deals are falling through, and why a cloud of heavy, stagnant energy has settled over your life. I am Rabbi Boaz. For 40 years I have studied the energy of exchange within the pages of the Zohar and the hidden commentaries of our greatest sages. I have sat with men who lost empires because they accepted a single cursed item from the wrong person. My grandfather was a master of Mazal in the old city of Jerusalem, and he taught me a law that your modern psychologists are too politically correct to tell you: the law of transferred poverty. Everything in this physical world carries a vibration. When a person who is perpetually broken, bitter, and financially cursed gives you an object, they are not just giving you a gift, they are transferring their klipa, their shell of lack, into your sanctuary. Today, I am going to expose the 3 cursed gifts you should never, under any circumstances, allow into your house. If someone offers you these things, you do not say thank you. You say no. You protect your mazal with the same ferocity that a lion protects its cubs. I am going to show you why these specific items act as a spiritual vacuum, and I will give you the refusal decree you must use to shield your income from the energy of the leeches. If you are ready to stop being a spiritual dumping ground for other people's failures and start guarding the throne of your wealth, hit that like button right now. And I want you to go to the comments and type these 4 words: I guard my mazal. Do it now. If you don't have the spine to claim your own energy, you don't deserve the abundance the Creator has prepared for you. Let's get one thing straight. My competitors, like Rabbi Morai or Rabbi Shion, will tell you how to attract money. They focus on the inflow. But what is the point of a high inflow if you are inviting energy thieves to live in your closet? You are trying to fill a reservoir while the bottom is made of sand. I am here to solidify your foundation. I am here to teach you the sanctity of the vessel. The first cursed gift you must never accept is hand-me-down clothes from a failed relative or friend. I know what you are thinking. But Rabbi, it's a waste to throw them away. They are high-quality suits or expensive dresses. Listen to me carefully. In Jewish mysticism, the beged, the garment, is considered the extended skin of the soul. The Talmud teaches that a person's character and their destiny are engraved into the fibers of what they wear. When you accept clothes from a relative who has spent 20 years complaining about how unfair the world is, or a friend who has gone through 3 bankruptcies and a bitter divorce, you are putting on their skin. You are literally wrapping yourself in their frequency of failure. You might look good in the mirror, but spiritually you are vibrating with debt and despair. Billionaires never wear used clothes from unknown or unsuccessful sources. They understand that a garment is a receiver. If the previous owner was someone who constantly felt like a victim, that garment is tuned to the victim frequency. Every time you put on that free suit to go to a meeting, you are signaling to the market that you are a person of lack. You are carrying the residual poverty of another person's bloodline. If you want to dress like a king, you must buy new garments or receive them from someone whose mazal is higher than yours. If the person giving you the clothes is drowning, don't let them pull you under by taking their rags. The second cursed gift you must never accept is the gift of pity or scraps. This is the most insidious trap of all. It usually comes from a wealthy relative who looks down on you, or a successful friend who wants to feel superior. They say, "I'm getting a new sofa. Do you want my old, stained one?" Or, "I have some leftover food from my party. I thought you could use it since things are tight." When you accept scraps, You are making a covenant with the bottom. You are telling your subconscious mind and the master of the universe, I am a person who deserves second best. I am a person who survives on the leftovers of others. The sages teach us that a man's dignity is the anchor of his parnassa. The moment you trade your dignity for a free sofa that someone else didn't want, you are cracking your vessel. You are agreeing to a slave identity. Jewish billionaires have an excellence protocol. They would rather sit on the floor in a clean, empty room than fill their home with the pity gifts of someone who doesn't respect them. When you accept a gift given out of pity, you are receiving the energy of inequality. That object will sit in your living room and broadcast a message of subservience every single day. It will repel high-value opportunities because you have colonized your own house with the energy of a beggar. If you can't afford the sofa you want yet, then wait, work, command the morning, but do not accept the scraps of the arrogant. It is better to have nothing than to have a cursed something. The third cursed gift you must never accept is objects with hidden resentment. This is the gift from the person who had to give it to you, but didn't want to. Maybe it's a wedding gift from a jealous cousin or a congratulations gift from a coworker who wanted your promotion. In the Kabbalah, we call this ayin hara in a box. The person hands you the gift with a smile, but their heart is screaming with envy. That envy is a spiritual acid that is poured onto the object. The moment you place that object on your shelf, it starts corroding the mazal of the room. It becomes a silent alarm that attracts conflict and technical malfunctions. Have you ever had an appliance that keeps breaking for no reason? Or a piece of jewelry that you always seem to lose? Check the source. If that item was given to you by someone who carries hidden resentment, that item is tainted. It is a blockage device. A billionaire would rather throw $1,000 gift into the ocean than keep it if they suspect the kavana, the intention, of the giver was dark. They understand that free is never free when it comes with a spiritual bill. You are being dumb if you think you can separate the object from the energy of the person who bought it. Now, I know some of you are panicking. You're looking around your living room at the sofa your mother-in-law gave you, or you're looking in your closet at the lucky jacket your failed brother handed down to you, and you are realizing that you have been sleeping in a spiritual junkyard. You are realizing that the reason your breakthroughs keep stalling is because you are weighed down by the heavy, lead-like energy of other people's disappointments. Before I give you the refusal decree to handle those pushy, toxic relatives, I am going to give you a spiritual emergency protocol. I call this the gift purification ritual. Sometimes a gift is unavoidable. Maybe your boss gave you a cursed object and refusing it would cost you your job. Or maybe you already have items in your home that you cannot bear to throw away. Step 1. The salt separation. Take the object and place it on a wooden surface. Take a handful of coarse sea salt and circle the object 3 times in a counterclockwise direction. In the Kabbalah, counterclockwise movement represents the binding of the north, the power to restrict and cut off energy. As you circle, say these words: I cut the cord between the giver and the receiver. I release the trauma, the lack, and the resentment held within this matter. This object is now a clean vessel. Step 2. The sunlight reset. Matter has memory. To wipe the hard drive of an object, you must expose it to the direct rays of the sun for at least 40 minutes. The sun is the physical manifestation of the light of the Creator. It burns away the klipot, those dark shells of poverty that cling to the fibers of clothes or the surfaces of wood. Step 3. The name of cleansing. Dip your fingers in water mixed with a drop of olive oil. Lightly touch the item and speak the phonetic code, El na ri fa na le. This is the code of healing and restoration. You are telling the universe that this item is no longer an anchor of poverty, but a tool of provision. But let's be honest with each other. Some of you will do this ritual and still feel a heaviness in your chest. Why? Because you are trying to clean a swamp while the pipes of your own bloodline are still leaking sewage. You are treating the symptom, but you haven't reconstructed the foundation. This is exactly why I created the Mazal Reconstruction. Listen to me, because this is the middle of the script where I tell you who is going to succeed and who is going to fail. You are watching this video for free, and you think you are hacking the system. You are being dumb. The billionaires I advise pay me $50,000 for a single weekend of vessel calibration. They understand that information is the only real currency. The Mazal Reconstruction ebook is the distilled essence of 40 years of my life. It is the advanced manual for the person who is done with small wins and is ready for total dominance. In this book, I show you the 7 silent leaks in your current home that are literally pushing Parnassa away while you sleep. I give you the Midnight Gateway script, the exact phonetic Hebrew codes to use during the 2 a.m. window to lock in a 10x return on your current income. I reveal the law of the hidden ledger, how to track your spiritual credit so that you never face a default in the material world. Most of you have a credit score of 0 in the heavens, and that is why your prayers are being rejected like a bad check. The link is in the description. If you think $20 is expensive, then do me a favor. Close this video. You have a beggar's vibration, and nothing I say will help you until you decide that your future is worth more than a meal at a fast food restaurant. For the rest of you, the ones who are tired of being spiritual dumping grounds, get the book, read it tonight, and start the reconstruction. Now, let us move to the most difficult part, the refusal decree for relatives and friends. The biggest energy leeches in your life are usually the people who claim to love you the most. Your mother, your sister, your best friend from high school. They see you starting to rise. They see you starting to act with bitachon, certainty. And it scares them. It scares them because your success exposes their failure. So what do? They try to anchor you. They offer you their old clothes, their used furniture, and their scraps. They tell you, I want to help you since things are so hard for you. This is passive-aggressive cursing. They are trying to fix your identity as the poor relative so they can maintain their position above you. The sages teach us, honor your father and mother, but the sages also teach us, guard your soul diligently. You do not honor your parents by allowing them to infect your mazal with their poverty. When a relative offers you a cursed gift, an item of lack or a scrap of pity, you must use the refusal decree. You do not say, I don't want that junk. That creates conflict, and conflict is another leak. Instead, you look them in the eye and say, I am in a season of pruning and sanctification. I have made a covenant to only allow items into my home that align with the new vision the Creator has given me. I honor your intention, but my vessel is currently full. This is a power move. You are not rejecting the person. You are declaring a season. You are telling the universe and the person that you are under new management. You are signaling that your front door is no longer a trash can for other people's klipo. If they get offended, let them. Their offense is a sign that they were trying to control you, not bless you. A true blessing never comes with a guilt trip. If a person tries to make you feel guilty for refusing their scraps, then they are an enemy of your mazal, and you need to distance yourself from them immediately. Think about the high priest in the temple. Could he just wear any old clothes? No. He had specific garments of gold and garments of white. If he tried to perform the service in a hand-me-down tunic from a commoner, he would have been struck dead. You are the high priest of your own life. Your bank account is your altar. If you are trying to build wealth while wearing the energy of a failure, you are committing spiritual sacrilege. You are telling the master of the universe that his abundance isn't good enough for you, so you have to survive on the leftovers of the broken. Jewish billionaires have newness built into their DNA. Even when they buy used items, like a classic car or a piece of antique real estate, they don't buy it as a scrap. They buy it as an asset to be restored. There is a massive difference between antique value and used garbage. One carries the energy of history and appreciation. The other carries the energy of depletion and despair. If your house is currently full of items that make you feel heavy, you are living in a vessel of depletion. You are essentially breathing poverty. You must begin the purge tonight. Now, let us discuss the law of the third owner, because most of you are being spiritually illiterate. You think that energy just fades over time like a bad smell. You are wrong. Energy, especially the energy of lack, actually concentrates as it moves through a lineage of failure. In the Kabbalah, we understand that an object carries the impression of everyone who has possessed it. But there is a specific threshold called the third hand. If an object has been owned by two people who were both financially blocked, perpetually in debt, or spiritually dry, and you are the third person to accept that item as a gift, you are essentially inheriting a death sentence. You are being dumb if you think that vintage or second-hand is just a fashion choice. If you are buying furniture from an estate sale of a family that died in bitterness and poverty, you are moving into their grave. You are bringing the angel of loss to your dinner table. Jewish billionaires understand the purity of origin. When they acquire an asset, whether it is a piece of art or a commercial building, they look at the spiritual title deed. They ask, who built this? Who flourished here? Who failed here? If the blood of the previous owners was watery and full of maybe, the billionaire will pass on the deal, no matter how cheap the price is. But you? You are greedy for free things. You think you are hacking the economy by filling your life with the cursed gifts of your broke relatives. You are actually anchor-heavy. You are trying to run a race while you are carrying the tombstones of your ancestors on your back. This brings us to the midnight disposal protocol. This is for the person who has realized that their home is currently an archive of poverty. You cannot simply throw these items into the trash like common garbage. If you do, the attachment remains. You are throwing away the body, but the ghost of lack is still haunting your hallway. Step 1. The unbinding. At exactly 12 o'clock midnight, the hour when the attributes of judgment are most sharp, you must take the cursed items to your doorway. Do not let them touch the floor outside yet. Hold the object and speak the dissolution decree. I return the energy to the source. I break the covenant of the gift. I am no longer the receiver of givers' names lack. I am a vessel of the infinite, and I only host the light of the King. Step 2. The permanent exit. You must move these items out of your house immediately. Do not leave them in the garage. Do not leave them in the trunk of your car. The moment they cross the threshold of your home, they are evicted. You must take them to a disposal site that is far from your property. If you try to sell them to make a few dollars, you are being retarded. You are trying to profit from a curse. If you take money for a cursed object, the curse is now liquidated and flows directly into your bank account. Throw them away, destroy them. Let the fire of the Sitra Akra, the other side, take back its own. Step 3. The threshold seal. After the items are gone, return to your home and wash the area where they sat with water and a drop of vinegar, as I taught you in the previous protocol. Vinegar dissolves the sticky residue of poverty. But let us be completely honest with each other. You have watched this video and you are already making excuses. You are saying, "But Rabbi, I can't afford to replace my sofa." Or, "My sister will be so mad if she sees I threw away her jacket." This is why you are still where you are. You value the feelings of a failure more than you value your own mazal. You value scraps more than you value sovereignty. You are comfortable in your crisis. I told you at the beginning that I have a blueprint for those who are actually ready to reconstruct their entire reality. I am talking about the Mazel reconstruction. Listen to me, because this is the final, hard truth. This video is the milk, but the ebook is the meat. If you are satisfied with a 20-minute video, then you are a tourist of wisdom. You are a browser who will never own the store. The Mazal Reconstruction ebook is the difference between surviving and dominating. In this book, I reveal the Midnight Gateway ritual, the specific hour when the treasuries of heaven are replenished, and how to place your claim for provision so it is the first one processed. I give you the Ma'aser multiplication formula, the exact way to distribute your 10% tithe to ensure that you are fertilizing your own future, not just paying a religious tax. I expose the 3 forbidden words that Jews never say because they act like a financial abortion every time they leave your mouth. Most importantly, I teach you the bloodline purge, how to disconnect your bank account from the generational debt of your parents and grandparents. If you don't do this, it doesn't matter how much money you make. You will always be paying for the sins of the fathers. The link is in the description. The price is a sieve. It is designed to keep the lazy and the stupid out. If you are worried about the cost of a book, you are telling the universe that you are not worthy of $1 million. $1 million requires a person who understands that information is the ultimate leverage. Which one are you? Are you the person who clicks the link and begins the reconstruction tonight? Or are you the person who keeps wearing the cursed jacket and wondering why your life is still the same? I am Rabbi Boaz. I have given you the keys. I have exposed the Trojan horses in your living room. It is up to you to open the gates and let the leeches out. Go to the comments right now. Type, "My house is a fortress." Declare that you are no longer a dumping ground for other people's failures. Subscribe to this channel because I am coming for every poverty lie that has been programmed into your soul. The time of the beggar is over. The time of the reconstructed master is now. Click the link, buy the book, burn the rags of your past. Shalom.